Hi, my name is Leslie Ann Coles, and I'm the writer, director, and actress of The Curtain. I want to thank Mumbai for selecting my film. I'm really excited, and I really wish I could be there. The Curtain was inspired by a one-star motel in Northern Ontario, Canada, where I live. And in the 60s and the late 50s, 60s, 70s, they built these motels off a highway because people were buying cars and there was a lot of road travel across the country. And they were literally motels. You'd pull up and you'd rent a room and you would be in the room and you would have a few amenities and that was it. Like you parked the car literally in front of the motel. So they're quickly disappearing across the country and being replaced by condominiums. So they're being demolished. And for 17 years, I drove by this motel on Highway 27 and I thought to myself, what story could I tell from one room over the course of one day from this motel? And one room in this motel. And then I thought about the character and I thought about, well, why does she go back to this motel? And then I thought about her backstory, which begat the tale of her childhood and her mother bringing her to this very same motel as a child. The flashback is set in 1973, and I was really excited because I shot it on film. I actually shot the flashback sequence on a Super 16 camera, and I use a Polaroid, a vintage Polaroid camera that was also, it was the first Polaroid. It was like 1973 it was released, and you'll see that interplay of analog film and photography in the flashback sequence. And then I shot the rest, the modern day footage on HD camera. So I'm really excited about that. Like that was really exciting. I tend to blend traditional film, analog film with digital anyway. It's sort of my signature thing that I do. One of the roadblocks was, I can tell you, I went to shoot, I got the money together through the Canada Council of the Arts and the Ontario Arts Council. I went to shoot and the motel had been demolished, flattened. It wasn't there anymore, so I had to scramble to find another location, which I did, another motel called the Vaughan Inn. The only problem was, and the other challenge was, people were living in this motel now. This is post-pandemic. And it was rough. But the motel manager was very generous and he let me have like 3 rooms, one for hair and makeup, one for set. Anyway, we did it. I got it. And that motel is still standing, but I would imagine not for long. Financially, the support that I received from the Canada Council of the Arts and the Ontario Arts Council was phenomenal. They gave me the money I needed to make the film. I did apply twice. So Filmmakers, perseverance, resilience, that's what it takes to make a film. And in the second round, when I made the application, I actually was granted the full amount to make the film. So that's how I successfully produced the film. The project actually turned out very much as I had envisioned it. When I wrote the script, I submitted it to a screenplay competition, We Love Shorts, and I won. And that gave me confidence to really move forward with the short film as a film, not just as a screenplay. But it did turn out pretty much exactly as I had written it and as I had envisioned it. I was blessed to work with a lot of really, really great actors. Most of them, the gentleman who plays my husband, Bill McDonald, is a method-trained actor. It's about realism and nuanced performances. It's really about not acting, if that makes any sense. And he was wonderful. And we've spent a lot of time in the actor's studio together over the years. It was a great privilege to work with Bill McDonald and Beth Hornby and Imogen Wist, who was in my first dramatic film when she was just like a little girl. She plays my daughter. I think what I want people to take away is that mother-daughter relationships are very complex and largely misunderstood. It is a recurring theme that I explore in my scripted work. And that women have their own mind. Women are strong. Women make a lot of sacrifices, as my character does in the film. She chose to climb the corporate ladder. As you can see in the flashback, her backstory is her mother didn't have a lot of money. They're kind of on the lam, living out of this motel room. I don't really deal with why or how, but I just wanted to communicate that she did not want this life for her daughter. And in that, her husband raises the daughter, and she basically sacrificed her relationships with her family to provide some financial stability for them. At the same time, her husband was no saint. He's a philanderer. He's cheated on her entire life, and she is somewhat estranged from her daughter. That's a challenged relationship. So that's kind of what I hope people take away from the film, is an understanding that mother-daughter relationships are complicated and very complex. And my social media is Leslie Ann Coles, or LA for Leslie Ann Coles, Coles, on Instagram, Twitter, Leslie Ann Coles on Facebook. And I do have dedicated pages on Instagram and Facebook for The Curtain. It is The Curtain _movie. And I hope you follow me. Please enjoy the film. Thank you so much, Mumbai, for selecting The Curtain to screen at your wonderful film festival. I'll be sure to submit my next film, and hopefully I will make it there. For many reasons, I could not travel to Mumbai this round, but I will be coming back, I hope, and I'll be able to partake in the festival and all the wonderful industry initiatives. Thank you so much. Enjoy.